So it's day 11 today, going to continue to build the Super Mario Piranha Plant. If I continue to do this and counting days, I'm not sure if I can keep up the count. Pretty sure at some point I will forget the count. So brought everything down and we're going to start. I don't have any pressure to finish it today. If I do, that's good. If I don't, that's okay too, because Lego's supposed to be a relaxing hobby. So we've got the pot ready. So let's just take out the remaining bags, or just the next one, bag 3. There's not many things. So it's going to be a breeze for this one. And of course, the instructions. So I already scanned the code last night. Another 20 points, 20 Lego Insiders points, and then we've got 3 more bags to go. So I think it's building the stem. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's the stem, and then the leaves, and then finally, the main part of the piranha plants. And somehow I managed to open the instruction booklet on the page that I finished last time. So let's just open and start building. So it has been a exhausting day because I have to commute driving and stuff. Nowadays driving I just play the songs on my phone, just shuffle the whole list of songs. Sorry, I don't have Spotify or sign up to any streaming music services. Just old style. Import the song, or either buy from iTunes Store or import from the CD that I bought. But anyway, that's not the point that I'm trying to get to. The thing is, I realize, sometimes out of I think 3,500 songs, some of the songs you just feel like, hey, you want to hear it, but the shuffle function just not like playing the song that I feel like I want to hear. But of course I'm driving, so I can't just go look at the phone and go find songs that I want to listen to. So sometimes I keep using the control on the steering wheel to keep um, skipping, but there are times where I just keep skipping for the next 5-10 minutes. That's like the length of most of the songs. But anyway, this kind of things happen. So I think I should spend some time and update the playlist for the particular week, or not days, and so I can listen to the songs that I want to listen to on that day. But anyway, we've got some interesting pieces. It's not new. It's not new, but this way you can create a flat surface on backside. Yeah, this is gonna be very quick build. But then I'm struggling to pick up the pieces. Sometimes this happens. So many green pieces saying, well, of course, right, it's a plant and with a Mario style pot. Of course, it's gonna be green. What other color is gonna be, right? Yeah, there's some interesting view. I think they have a piece where I have both sides, but anyway, they kind of do it same piece overlap together. Anyway, we'll just carry on building. Yeah, this part's gonna be quick. I think the next one's gonna be quick too, so there might be a slim chance that I can in fact finish it today. But then if I finish building today, what's next? I do have a few sets in my mind, but really should figure out some shelf space, and then put some of the smaller set that I've built in the past 6 months into a container properly. And I also want to take out some minifigures to load up some minifigure shots for my channel, because I think I'm running out of minifigures. If I get those one in the box, I think I can still go for probably 2 months if I upload daily. Well, of course, if I buy new sets, right, then I have new minifigures to upload, but it's expensive. That might not happen, right? So if I want to continue to have daily shots on my channel, then you think about what other stuff that can upload. I could make some original minifigures from parts that I have, but then it wouldn't work with the same style, because if they say no minifigure, then I can just build it and put some fitting music on them. But if it's original, then maybe I should just talk about it. We'll see. I haven't decided what next. And this is Mac free. It's extremely short, and I think, is it this side? No, this side. Hopefully I got it right. I think so. So basically, I'm gonna just put it in like this. There's nothing kind of lock it together, so don't try to do this. But actually, it won't drop now. But once you build the top, the weight will probably make it to just drop off onto the table or the floor, whatever places that you're building this particular set. But basically, just put it in like this, and then we're gonna start back 4, which means only 2 more to go. 4, 5, 6, right? So if I open back 4, then 2 more to go. If I haven't opened back 4, then it's 3 more. So this is back number 4. Just double check. There's only one. Yep. There are lots of small pieces here. So basically the 2 leaves on each side. And then lots of small pieces here. So it may take a moment. But first, I'm going to spread it out so I can see the pieces more clearly, so I don't end up in a situation where I struggle to find the pieces, which is very common. And also the weather is not as hot as yesterday, so it's feeling pretty cool. So it's the perfect condition to build Lego. It's actually a perfect condition to do a lot of other stuff. So if I finish building today, what's the plan for tomorrow? I don't know. I might, take the time to do something else. Being a very typical adult, working a day job sometimes. As I mentioned in earlier days, or basically, I think every time I film each video, I kind of think, look, just a normal person having a day job and think, while being a fan of Lego, it doesn't mean that I only spend time on Lego. There are always other stuff that I would love to spend some time on. Sometimes I just want to sit down, put on a earpiece, and just listening to my favorite music. I have a very broad range of music that I like, but I'm not going to go into details, or kind of play a clip of the songs that I like, as copyright stuff is very, very complicated, and I don't want to just doing some casual talk and in the video end up getting copyright strike or copyright claim, or any sort of stuff, because I don't like to deal with unexpected events. I don't think anybody does. But then the more you experience, you're able to handle those situations a lot more better. It's all about experience, right? So how do I do this? It's actually quite interesting how you do this. You know, from this step, you don't really see what you're building, but once you finish the build, then you can see what you actually build. And usually, it's that particular moment that I don't know whether you like for me, like at that moment that I feel impressed sometime. You know, it depending on how it turns out. Sometimes you just go, wow. Um, I think that happened, the first time I bought a modular building set, and it just I think the first one I built was the Grand Emporium. So that one was pretty cool. That's when all it started. To be honest, um, I kind of bought quite a few, the pet shop, the Grand Emporium, um, together. It's not like aftermarket price; it's still the retail price, so there's something nice. So which way? Hopefully, I don't get the wrong way. But yeah, so even the town hall, I bought it before, everyone flock in and try to invest in Lego. It jacked up all at least the listing price online. But even the town hall, it was not yet retired, and um, there was Boxing Day sales or just went out, and 25% off. That was a pretty cool um, view as well. Like some of the details you can't compare with some of the modern one, but it looks really good. Looks massive, and there are lots of space inside. Um, yeah, those are some of the very great sets. Um, it's just sitting on the floor upstairs right now. I haven't figured out uh, what to do. So before I moved here, the most of the modular building just inside the drawer on top the shelf, and all everything is connected together, lined up pretty well. But since I moved, uh, I don't have the same drawer. I do have shelves, but at the same time, I bought a lot more Lego sets, which means even now have a dedicated room for my stuff. It end up being not enough space. Uh, I think it's also to do with some of the thing I haven't really um, think about, or just put it somewhere, like so that lots of things kind of pile up. And I also blame Lego for starting the whole scanning instruction to get 20 points stuff. So I end up bring all the instruction booklet uh, to here, and I haven't really planned out where to put them. They're so heavy, and it's hard to store. I mean, it's not hard to store. You can stack them up, but they get really heavy when you have too many. So right now it's just on the floor as well. So, like this is like everyone should be careful. There's only a fine line between collecting Lego and hoarding Lego. I'm kind of leaning towards the hoarding part, and I guess what I'm doing right now is trying to bring myself back to the collector spectrum of things. Um, but yeah, unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier in earlier videos, that some of the sets that is either duplicate or give with purchase, or things that I feel like, hey, I bought the set for a part or a particular minifigure. Now I have a superior version, or I already got the same minifigure in some other set. And I do feel like um, you know I can sell some of those to whether it's to pay the bills or fund my next level purchase, right? And then just realize that yeah, actually you have to build two leaves, and I really hate this. You kind of build what not just one steps, but 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 steps, and then they tell you, hey, you need to build two in the end. But having said that, I should have anticipated from the box art that there's two leaves, they should be identical. So now I have to go back and then start building the same thing again. I really want, and to be honest, it's just me not paying attention because they kind of tells you you need to build two here. So this kind of things happen. Paying more attention. Me working as working in the software quality assurance field. This is not good. Like, I'm not sure if it's going to be factored in my performance review at work because I'm not doing work here. But then, hey, I miss some important details. If I miss some important details on things that I do during relaxing, how can I provide or I give the confidence that I'm not going to make the same mistake at work, right? But anyway, maybe I'm just being too harsh to myself, but that's okay. It's not going to impact what I'm doing now. Plus, I probably forgot, or I probably forget what I just said, right? And then maybe in a few days later, well, not a few days, but in a few videos later, I might repeat and talk about the same stuff again, 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 and again. This is just very common, right? You don't want to end up, building Lego, talk about Lego, and end up, you can talk about some cool stuff, positive stuff, but never. I mean, sometimes it's important to let some negative stuff or vent, but you just can't vent too much. This drives people away. That's okay. And the leaf's actually looking pretty good, so I don't mind building it again. But it will be a lot more efficient if I build both simultaneously. And yeah, so let's see. The other thing, because I'm filming the video, for 40 to 60 minutes, sometimes I don't recall at which point there's some interesting talk, because most of the conversation is kind of in segment. Well, because it just comes to my mind and start to talk about things depending on the view or on the situation, right? Sometimes I kind of get, there's some interesting conversation at certain points, but I couldn't pinpoint the exact timestamps. I have to watch my own video multiple times actually to pick out, actually it's there, and try to clip it out and post it on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, just to is it the right direction? Yeah. Just to have some short content to kind of not really trying to be viral. That wasn't the intention. More like, hey, post somewhere that helps push this push my shorter content out, and then hopefully drive people to the full version. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, because some of the interesting parts of the bill or conversation, because a long video, it's not like the whole video is, maybe I clip a joke out, but then it's like not the whole video is going to be quite funny, because this is not intended to be a stand-up comedy or me trying to keep telling jokes, right? I'm not good at telling jokes. I think I'm good at telling terrible jokes, which means sometimes they're not funny. But then the intention is not make people laugh. It's just more like, hey, documenting you know my lives or my time spending with my hobbies, mostly Lego, um, and then talk about things that comes to my mind. Um, then you may ask, hey, why not doing some live stream? I probably explained before, just not my thing, I guess. Doing live stream, you also need to interact live, so mostly it's like a chat or something. But you know, that will be. It's not about effort. I just don't have the equipment to allow me to do that without excessive stress. And if there's so much stress and also financial cost to it, um, then it kind of defeats the purpose, right? Because here it's me spending time trying to relax and you know keep myself happy. Uh, if this becomes stressful, then why should I do it, right? Yeah, because that's not the point. That's the objective. It's not me trying to like put on additional stress. And I keep missing a piece, and then hey, how come it looks not okay? Wait, let's just put this in first, and everything should work there. Yes, yay! So the two leaves completed. That's a shame though. There's no minifigures. I really like minifigures. Anyway, so it's gonna be facing the curved side, is it? I think I'm right. Um, yep, this is the side it's facing, and then just need to clip it onto the border, and that's exactly why you don't want to have the one at the same level, so you kind of give it a little bit of um, I don't know, is it not well texture, not the right word, but um, better looks. Let's just use this. Filming this type of things kind of drive me to have a better vocabulary. Um, not repeating the same structure for sentences, because those are the things that get really boring, and also um, kind of improve some of the habit when talking like this. There are lots of pauses, there's lots of like this, and those. If it's just a short video, that's fine. But if I continue to talk, not even video, right? If I go talk to my friend, or go talk to someone else, or even imagine yourself, you go to some form of meetup or counseling, or go to the doctor, or someone going to webinar, or just webinar seminar, right? And then the the presenter kind of talking this way, it really not going to help you concentrate. Anyway, I will take both back out from the box now, because there's two, and just look at the time. Still got 15 minutes until it's 11. Well, there's no set target that I have to go to bed at 11 p.m. We are all grown up, so we could manage our own time. But that would be the best time to kind of stop, go in, import the video, and prep the next day, um, rather than hey, just max out the time that you have, and then so it past midnight, and lots of stuff that if you continue to do, then you end up going to bed like 1 a.m. or something like that, and that's just not possible nowadays. If I go to bed past midnight. I think it's also to do with me trying to get up at 4 a.m. Well, not 4 a.m. but 4:50 a.m. That also not helpful. So any time that's past 11:30, if I go to bed, next morning can be tough. But anyway, we're now building, the top of the piranha plants. So you've got some different colors, not just green. So that is something refreshing, I would say. And you've got lots of technique pieces because it needed to create certain movement. And yeah, I usually like to put this on the hard surface and pull it down so it doesn't come out too much, so you don't have to adjust it later on, and makes it easier for you to push things along. In this type of build, you have to be careful because don't try to get too tight, because 1 millimeters makes a difference in terms of the friction, and it will affect the end result in terms of the action features. Remember, I told you I got the Porsche 911 GTS, the orange one. That's the only Technic set that I bought, and it's a really, really nice set, and it's a really, really fun build as well, but it's very complicated. That one I made mistakes in building the chassis and also the gearbox. So at some point I have to dismantle quite a lot to get it right. But at the end of the day, I kind of got it right, and the gearbox works. So that was pretty cool. Someday or in the future, if there's some technical stuff that would interest me, that build really is the working double clutch gearbox that drive me to buy that particular set. That's really, really impressive. But the later the other cars that from the same line that release, they all look really nice, but I they probably like have some improvement and something different, but it just you know tried differently, and then I just realized that I make a mistake again because I put this on the wrong side. So, well, at least it wasn't too late to discover the mistake. Just imagine you only discover the mistake at the end, right? This is exactly why, if you are doing, software quality assurance, I wouldn't call ourselves, you know, tester. This is really different. Tester are just people like following procedures and stuff. The job is a lot more complicated, a lot more technical than you think. But exactly, you want to find the problem early, not when something finished, and you go check. Why you want to check when something is finished, right? People should have already checked the stuff, you know. And if you wait until people tell you, hey, this is done, this is how it works, then you're not going to find the problem. But that's just how I see things at work or in my professional field. Yeah, always try to mitigate risk of mistake as soon as possible. That allows you to change your plan a lot more quicker. Imagine like I get paid to do this. If I make mistakes, right, that's no good. Like you really can't afford those. So, or you didn't find a mistake, and in the end, you need to dismantle and build again. I doubt people would want to pay the extra time for me to build that again, right? But anyway, building Lego, you know, right now it's just a hobby, so I'm not getting paid, so I shouldn't be, worried about mistakes and stuff. I should just enjoy the current set so far. Looking really good. Um, and we'll see. Because I don't think that many pieces in the next bag as well. So it will be like a very unsatisfied TV show if I do this and then decide to cut it off. So I better stop talking too much. Otherwise, I really end up, producing the worst TV show ever. Because it's just that little bit more, just don't wrap it up. Um, but at the same time, I do need to check the time because I think I spend too much time talking. And hopefully, if I don't make mistake, then I could finish this today. And recently, the YouTube research on the YouTube Studio app is suggesting, hey, the the Arctic Explorer ship is the recent content gap, right? I do have that set unopened sitting next to my seat, and not here upstairs. And I bought that set really for the orca or the killer whale. Because by looking at the box art, that set the previous one, the ocean, this deep sea ocean explorer, seems to be a better build. But I don't know. I have to open it and build it to get the correct verdict. But that set is going to be quite awesome, to be honest. Say a killer whale. You know, for me, right, not the Duplo or not the Lego Friends style, but the Lego system style animals. I really like to collect them, even though the scale is kind of weird. It's not the right scale. Some of the animal, especially some of the insect, right? It's really really big. It's like big ass spider. If you look at or compare or see things in minifigure scale, like imagine in real life you get such big spider, right? It's gonna freak out people. I'm pretty sure you will be captured by them through the web because it's so big, the web. And then you think about relatively the the web spider web going to be really really strong, no doubt about it. Okay, so how do I put this in? So I put this in like this. I guess my eyes getting really tired. But hey, just a little bit more to go. Don't give up. Just carry on. Carry on. Carry on. And yeah, I think I need to have a drink. This is just water, by the way. Sorry, brush my teeth. I don't want to drink anything sugary. Otherwise, I have to go brush my teeth again, which means that if I finish the meal, I can't just go and tidy up and go to bed, right? So I think we're building the lower jaw or the upper jaw. Seems like the upper one. Anyway, where am I at? So I'm at here, so this way. And then got this pink one. I think it's the tongue, right? It's all really building something that is different that I don't like. Usually I buy building and things. So building something like this is really refreshing. So and this set, although I kind of use credit card points to exchange the set, so I didn't pay any cash for it. But even if you have to pay, Because it's retailer exclusive, depending on your region, it might only available in certain retailer, but definitely available from Lego.com. But if you want a discount, then you just go look for it on the retailer that's selling this in your region. And I think I messed it up. Did I? This one seems too long. No, I'm back on the same thing. So, oh, of course, making a mistake. But yeah, this set is very reasonably priced. Like here is 110 US dollar without any discount. And if the shop is running like 15% discount, you get it like just under 100 US dollars. That's actually, I mean, if you look at the parts per ratio, then yeah, it might not be um that good if you look at by pieces. But to be honest, so far the view is enjoyable, it's refreshing, things looking good. Um, so yeah, I think it's a very good deal in my opinion. And even without finished building it and just now, if you ask me, hey, do I recommend this set? Absolutely. And it's not big as well. Sometimes there's some very impressive set. Like it's not just expensive, it's also quite big as well. So if it's this big, right, then you're gonna struggle to find space. But this is just the right size, just on a small shelf or even your desktop, depending on what you have on your desktop. So even before I finish building, I do find this set really good, really good. Um, so it's like after building it, I think it's just like icing on the cake on anything that I have yet discovered. Or maybe my rating might drop a bit if there's any fall, but I don't feel like there will be any major stuff. Minor stuff, probably, but major stuff, unlikely. But we'll see. I'm definitely gonna finish this today. Um, yeah. Did I get the right piece here? Oh no, it's actually the one that I just bought. Okay, so what? Okay. Sometimes it's hard to see because it's all the same color. Um, happens all the time though. But going back to how it relates to my work, it's totally unrelated. But the number of mistakes that I made building simple Lego sets, it's quite concerning. If I'm my employer, it's like how can just like I said before, how can I guarantee that I'm not going to make a similar mistake while at work, right? Um, yeah, I mean, so far it's touch wood. I don't want to make any mistake at work. Sometimes it just can't tolerate those. Okay, so it gets really, well, I wouldn't say complex, but um, it's not straightforward. I would say it's not like difficult. It's just I think it makes sense, and the thing is, this makes it a lot more challenging and fun compared to just like really straightforward way to put everything together. Um, you know, this kind of adds some extra fun to the build because it can be a lot more straightforward, but then you will lose some of the action feature or the ability to make it in some much more lively poses. But anyway, usually when they have a image telling, hey, it's 1-to-1 ratio, is how to help you get everything aligned properly. You can just put it on top of the image to get it right. And yeah, that's pretty much how you use some of the step in the instructions. Although I'm getting quite sleepy right now, but I will finish the next bag. There's no doubt about it. But I'm nearly done. Just a little bit more. Come on. Just need to endure. Oh no. See, if you try to rush, it's gonna happen like this. Wait. Got the angle wrong. Sometimes it's not easy to get it all aligned. Okay, now it's all aligned now. Sometimes it's just a little bit difficult, but makes sense. So next, I need to put more teeth onto it. That's 3 teeth, and then got this thing here. I need to put the Technic pins into the hole. And then what's that? So I can okay, it's pretty cool. You see, you can have this action to pull it up. And what's next? Okay, so I need to connect this to the ball joint, the 2 red ball joint. It's a bit stretching. Okay, now I can do it. Okay, it's pretty tight, so it's very unlikely that it will just close its mouth. And then now it's the upper lips. You want to make sure that the molding part is not facing outwards, otherwise it's gonna look not as good. That's the thing. Even the Lego marks are aligned. I'm slowly getting used to that, but having the surface with the molding points showing on the main view, that's really irritating at times. Yeah, I wonder if there's any interesting or memorable conversation that I can cut out for this particular video. A couple of things that I did, cut out for smaller clips. In the other one, in yesterday one, there's a lot more thing happening, but I think the conversation was not as smooth as this one. I think this one, the conversation so far, well, not necessarily the topic, but the way that it's being conveyed. I think today I'm feeling really good, so I think the rhythm of me speaking is a lot better compared to yesterday. Yesterday, when I look back to the video, there are moments, doesn't sound as enthusiastic as I should be, and then now I realize because this is the upper lip, I try to have the molding point upwards. Should fix it. Damn it. I should fix it. This is, how important to me that, things kind of pointing the right way. Well, not there's no right or wrong pointing a way that I not making me feeling irritated, and then that is bag 5. And now we're gonna moving into the final bag. Some really cool printed parts in this bag, so can't wait to finish this. It seems a lot, but actually not a lot. I think this is just, if I'm not talking, it'll probably like 7 to 10 minutes build, because I don't think there's anything complicated. Most complicated parts already done. So right now, oh, this is a bit of dry throat. So yeah, well, that's pretty cool. Look like it's the Mario coin, the printed one. This is the one piece that I was hoping to get. This is one of the main reason that I bought this set, not just because of the awesome looking Piranha Plant, but also the printed Mario coin, which they didn't do much promo. They did show in one of the image of the set when they announced it, and I only able to confirm of this printed piece later when some of the more famous influencer doing early reviews of the sets, and this is pretty cool. Just the printed piece. Unfortunately, because these are licensed piece, so I don't think you can get that from brick and pieces when it's available or when it's supposed to be available, unless there's some mistake on people loading the inventory. Otherwise, you will only able to get it from Bricklane or Replicable or any other online parts seller. For people like me living in New Zealand, I think recently Bricklane just announced that they now collecting GST, which is not good. Well, you have to pay GST, that's by law, but it makes the purchase 15% more expensive. Yeah, but it can't be avoided. That's the law, and people just have to follow it. Yeah, so I don't know. I would love to get a lot more of this coins, right? And even this one looks pretty cool. Although have the usual problem because they're printing white on a much more dark color, so some of the spot rather than actual white, you do feel some pinkish feel. But that's okay. And I need the one with the two spot on this side, and then the one just you can see it's two distinct print. So yeah, just be careful not make any mistakes, because it's quite easy to make mistake, especially at this particular time when getting start to get really sleepy. But I think once I finish the video, I'm not going to talk that much, like talk in depth about the set. Probably just wrap up how I feel about the set, because otherwise I can't go to bed. But yeah, so far it's a pretty interesting and enjoyable build so far, and everything looks really good. I'm yet to discover any what should I say, thing that is negative that I don't like yet, but we'll see. So is it here? This is really cool. Totally recommend to everyone. I mean, even you're not familiar with Super Mario, but it's very hard, right? I think most people know, the iconic characters in Super Mario. Uh, I'm not saying like you have to know, but even you don't know Super Mario, I think this set is definitely a pretty cool set. Uh, that if you get a chance to purchase it, do so. Okay, what's this here? So this is a little bit complicated. So I need to have the mouse slightly closed, and then this goes into the bottom, so that this here kind of goes in. And what's next? Did I miss something? No, I haven't missed anything, right? They say needs a red spot. Let me just check. Did I miss something earlier? No, I don't think so. I think I'm all good. Let's just double check. I don't want to make a mistake again. No, I don't think so, though. I think that's about right. Hopefully, because here there's a red spot, but now it's too dark that I can't see. So anyway, we'll find out. Okay, should be okay. Should be okay. I should be fine, but yeah, it's nearly done. I'm very happy that I can finish this in just 2 days. But I should, right? It's only 540 pieces, 6 packs. Yeah, some parts a bit complicated, but it's not like lots of small pieces. So okay, all right. So now it's secure, so it's not going to fall out, and it's quite heavy as well. Um, we'll see. And then the upper part is quite similar. I mean, it makes sense. If you basically try to, do the same stuff with just a slight different configuration, right? Um, so it makes sense. It hardly came by set that things don't make sense, because those are the set that often you can spot those flaw without even building it. So yeah, nearly done, nearly done, nearly done. And then from this point, it's quite straightforward, just to get this sorted. And I made a mistake again, so I was supposed to have another PC. So it's supposed to be like this, so now it's the right height, so I can put this onto the side. Yeah. Whoa, the ice getting really dry. And then they kind of tell you which spots to wear, but even you make mistake, that's fine. They kind of give a variant of the piranha plants. I think if I have unlimited money and unlimited space, I think I'm gonna buy a lot of this. It's gonna look really cool if you have multiple of this kind of lined up, together. But unfortunately, my budget really tight. My budget really tight recently, um, so it's not like that. I can spend that type of money unless I win a sudden fortune. Wait, okay, I thought I was missing a piece. Phew, luckily, no, it was just some mistake on reading the instruction on And I think it's just being sleepy, some of the stuff that just hard to pay attention on. I think it's perfectly normal. And now I got this here. Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. Hey, is there two pieces that I'm not supposed to? Oh, okay. All right. It's just wearing too much. Again, it's similar thing. So this one kind of stuck into the hole on the upper side, and then you build a part to close that, lock it up. So this is how you do it. But this one a little bit hard to align, fully align properly. And yes, and that's it. It's pretty cool. Like you can do this really looking cool. Even without the stand, and just like this. The only thing that I wish that it happened is having a actual working action feature, so it kind of move and open and close the mouth. And then finally, just need to add the ball joint to here, and just need to let it click. Okay, yeah, seems like the top not as big as the bottom. Did you get the same feeling? It's supposed to be the same side, but okay, so that's just a minor flaw because it's very heavy. The ball joint not really able to secure it, so it will kind of quite floppy. Other than that, it looks pretty cool. But normally, like the default pose is okay, like this. But it's really cool, to be honest. Really good looking set, and that's done. And this is the Piranha Plant. So you do get 2 coins, and apparently you could put the coin this from the back. So there's a gap, and you can put in here, and then if you bring it up and press this, and you can see the coin drop. So it's like a coin bank, but of course it wouldn't able to store much given the size. But this is pretty cool. These are 2 very cool printed pieces if I get a closer look. But definitely for this one, I probably make a closer look video rather than have the camera just move around to show a better look rather than just talk about that. And right now I'm feeling really good about it, but maybe a few days later, once my feeling settled down, and I would have much more fair verdict on the set. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. So yeah, this is it for today, and I think I will pack up, go to bed, and upload the video, and hopefully either tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'll be back on either do some tidying or open another Lego set that I can finish in 2 or 3 days. But I'm a little bit tempted to open a big set, but that would really depend on if I can find a space. But then, I could have just opened all the Lego set, and then all the boxes are gone, and then I will have space. But today, that's it for today. And yeah, time to have some rest.